The year was 1930. The Continental Baking Company introduced sliced Wonder Bread, 3M began marketing Scotch transparent tape, and here in Washington, voters went to the polls to approve the idea of community-owned public utility districts to provide electricity and water to communities across the state. A year earlier, the Washington State Grange, a populist agricultural organization, had collected more than 60,000 signatures, twice the necessary number, to send an initiative to the legislature. And when the legislature failed to act, the measure went to a statewide election, where it passed with 54% of the vote. Known as Initiative Number 1, the law authorized the establishment of public utility districts to conserve the water and power resources of the state of Washington for the benefit of the people thereof, and to supply public utility service, including water and electricity, for all uses. In the year 2000, as access to the internet became increasingly important for commerce and education, the law would be amended to include wholesale telecommunication service. Today, there are 28 public utility districts in Washington, serving the needs of more than 1.7 million customers. 23 PUDs provide electricity. Several own their own generating facilities, including dams on the Columbia River, while others buy all or most of their power from the Bonneville Power Administration. 19 provide water or sewer services, and a growing number of PUDs are providing access to broadband telecommunications. The first PUD to go into operation was PUD Number 1 of Mason County. Formed in 1934, the PUD began serving Hoodsport and the surrounding area in 1935. A second PUD, Mason PUD Number 3, was formed about the same time and began operating soon afterwards, providing electricity to other parts of the county. Mason continues to be the only county in Washington with 2 operating PUDs. In 1934, voters in Benton and Franklin counties also approved the first county-wide PUDs. Early efforts to organize public utility districts often faced fierce opposition at the ballot box from private utilities. But after the state Supreme Court upheld the PUD law in 1936, the Grange unleashed an all-out effort to get PUDs on the ballot. Although not all of them were immediately put into operation, 15 PUDs were created by the voters over the next 4 years, including Chelan, Clark, Cowlitz, Douglas, Ferry, Grant, Grays Harbor, Jefferson, Kitsap, Kittitas, Klickitat, Lewis, Okanagan, Pacific, Ponderay, Skagit, Skamania, Snohomish, Stevens, Thurston, Wahkiakum, and Whatcom County. Clallam County PUD followed in 1944. The newest PUD is the Asotin County PUD. The PUD was created in 1984 by local voters who were upset with the high cost of water provided by a private utility. After 2 years of court proceedings, the PUD acquired the Clarkston General Water Supply through condemnation and began operation in April 1987. Public utility districts are community-owned nonprofit organizations. They provide cost-based services. Each is governed by an independent, locally elected Board of Commissioners who serve 6-year terms. This local control and local accountability has been a guiding principle from the beginning. The growth of public utility districts in Washington coincides with the creation of the Bonneville Power Administration. Soon after the first public utility districts were organized, 34 PUD commissioners gathered in 1936 at the State Grange headquarters in Seattle to form a trade association. Initially known as the Washington Public Utility Commissioners Association, we are now the Washington Public Utility Districts Association. We represent the interests of our members, the 27 operating PUDs and Energy Northwest in Olympia, the Northwest region, and Washington, D.C. In 2006, our members authorized the association to build a new headquarters building in Olympia. We broke ground in 2006 And in 2007, we dedicated the building you see today. Modern, energy efficient, and designed to lead the association into the future, just as our PUD members are prepared to meet the needs of their communities.